Hello, greetings, welcome on in, Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad to have you. I want to talk about the follower dungeons. Now, you're probably wondering, why the heck are we talking about the follower dungeons again? Now, we recently talked about the follower dungeons in the past, but it's been brought back up because if you do a follower dungeon inside the Rookery, you'll notice something. If you have a keen eye for the details, you'll notice that your tank is unique. Your tank is a Shaman Tank. Now, maybe that's a bug, but that's the thing though, is when you go in, it's a Shaman and they're a tank. And so it's like, we don't have access to this class, but for some reason this NPC can be a Shaman Tank. Now, what does this mean? Is it a bug? Probably not. It's been in the game since launch and it hasn't been fixed. Maybe Blizzard doesn't think it's critical, but it still works. They tank and everything's good. But could it be a feature where it's just for NPCs? You know, like, NPCs can be what they want and not for the player. Or is this like a little bit of a teaser to what we're going to get in the future with a new tank spec for Shamans? Now, it could be, think about this, right? How did they release the Drakthir being multiple classes? They didn't have a giant announcement. They eventually did, but the first thing that they did was had a Wowcast video just talking about the warbands. And in the warband, there was a Drakthir with 2 battle axes as a Fury Warrior, right? Now, they didn't say anything about it. They just kind of said, oh, this is our warband, and they glossed over it. People on, Reddit, X, Facebook, whatever, social media you like, was like, wait a minute, that's not an Evoker. That's a warrior. That's a Fury Warrior. What the heck's going on? And then it got people talking. And then a couple days later, they had an official announcement. But they left these breadcrumbs for us to find. That's Blizzard loves to do this. And maybe this right here is a big breadcrumb line. We're not going to see a big announcement. But I think we're going to see a Shaman Tank variety here soon. Maybe not in, I don't think in 11.0.5. We have the Drakthir being more accessible. I think you want to have step by step here, but you also have 11.1 coming, you have 11.2 coming, maybe 11.3. Usually we only have 0.1, 0.2. So could we see Shaman Tanks in 11.1, 11.2, or this is like 12 plus, farther down the line? But why would they do this? It's just weird. Like, yeah, I understand that that's a Shaman and they're tanky, but why do that? Why don't just like, oh, it's for the RP? This creates too much discussion just for an RP thing, right? They could have put a paladin in there. They could have put a warrior. But this just kind of sparks a lot of conversation. Usually when things spark a lot of conversation, that isn't too conspiracy theorists. Usually it has some significance. Now, I don't know when we're going to see this. I'm hoping we're seeing this again 11.1 or 11.2. But, just more varieties, more things. Because remember, Season of Discovery, we're kind of playing with different classes, right? Blizzard's getting that kind of experience of changing up classes, right? Now, obviously, it's not going to be a drastic change like we see in Season Discovery. But now they have the experience to kind of shift a class into a certain role and kind of implement it the right way. Because they've learned a lot with Season Discovery. So Season Discovery, I think, is a test bed, an open test bed of new ideas in Blizzard. And I'm glad for that because we've already seen the impacts in retail. So guys, what do you guys think? Do you think we're going to see Shaman Tanks in 11.1, 11.2, or is this just a fallacy and we'll never see them at all? Maybe this is just RP and we're just overthinking things. I want to hear your opinion, guys. But guys, Unoptimized Fool from the closet, I'm glad you're here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.